he can guess how much we're worth. A ballpark guess, anyway. Nobody has an actual idea except our accountant, who has made sure to bury that number where no one will ever find it. Where to begin? Caleb drawls, sucking back a mouthful of vodka. I fight the urge to cringe. It's 10 a.m. How about a lucrative nightclub in Phoenix? That's not on the table. I glare at my older brother. If this is his go big or go home strategy, I'd rather go home. The club is half mine, and Caleb can only work so much magic if he gets a shitty hand. Ye of little faith, Caleb smirks. Fine, little brother. What do you suggest I risk losing in this respectable game to this respectable gentleman? A few apartment buildings, I say without hesitation. Our father's properties, safely tucked away under dear Aunt Vespa's name. Dad and Uncle Peter's older sister who suffers from dementia and is riding out her days in a deluxe old age home, convinced it's still 1954. Caleb has power of attorney and deals with the property manager. Caleb's blue eyes flash to mine, and a curious frown zags across his forehead. I know what he's thinking, that Dad would kill us if Caleb lost those assets in a game of poker. But considering he's already given the order to kill us, I guess that's a moot point. Not that Caleb knows about that small detail yet. But Vlad Easton didn't actually intend to kill his sons, did he? If that was the goal, Bane would have waited until we were snug in our seats before he flipped the trigger. No, that display had to be a warning. Be good little sons, fall in line for big bad Vlad. Now that he's behind bars until the end of his days, he's hell-bent on seeing his delightful legacy, a drug empire, continue on in this world, with us taking it over. We've avoided and sidestepped the dirtiest parts of the family business up until now. He thinks he can scare us into compliance. That, or he's being a spiteful prick and wants to piss us off. If that's the case, he has succeeded in the latter. Caleb's liable to choke the last few years out of him on the spot when he hears about this. But how pissed is Dad going to be when he finds out his grand plan of an alliance with the Perrys to ward off the cartel will never happen, now that 3 out of 5 Perrys are dead and the other 2 are as eager to carry on their family's illicit business as we are. And what could I possibly want with apartment buildings? I assume in Phoenix, no less, Cohen asks, shifting his cards around in his hand. Yeah, he's definitely done some homework on us. Cohen smooths a palm over his shiny forehead as he studies his cards with a puckered frown. He has a terrible poker face. With just the hands I've watched, I can tell he has a flush of some sort, and he's going to pretend he doesn't. No wonder the guy is up to his eyeballs in debt that he's forged at this table. It's not the buildings per se, but the property. They're Scottsdale prime real estate. Developers are knocking on our door every week. Caleb folds his hand in a tidy bundle, thumbs crossed. To anyone else, it means nothing. To me, it means he can't lose. Royal flush, probably. You of all people understand the value of prime real estate, given you're a majority owner of this fine establishment and all. How do you feel about your investment here, by the way? Cohen bursts out in laughter. It's a reedy, sniffling sound. You've got brass, I'll give you that. And you don't give up easily. Do you know how many conversations I've had just like this one? Gabe. Farley's deep, grumbling voice fills my ear, pulling my attention away from the game. The bodyguard's face is grim. And again, it's always grim. What is it? His square jaw tenses. We had a visitor this morning. My stomach tenses. Our tails are finally wagging. We've had federal agents on us since we left Phoenix, the morning after our plane went boom. Either they're amateurs or they're not trying to hide the fact.